Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into a website that, frankly, looks pretty tempting. Fluidthread.com. It's promising massive discounts on high-end luxury goods.
Yeah, huge discounts.
Exactly. And our mission here for you is to figure out if this is the real deal or if it's just, too good to be true.
Right. We need to sort of pull back the curtain here because the site itself, it looks really slick, a very professional, clean design.
It does.
But we're not really here to judge the looks, are we? We're digging into the hidden stuff, the infrastructure, the data behind it, to see if it's actually trustworthy.
And straight away, we found something that should be a bit of a deal breaker for anyone expecting a premium experience.
What's that?
The domain registration. We checked the WHOIS data, and this site, it's brand new, like registered very recently.
Okay. New isn't always bad, but...
But wait, there's more. All the ownership details, who registered it, where they're based, it's all hidden, completely anonymized using proxy services.
So, like you said, the digital version of an unmarked van selling luxury watches. Not a good look.
Not at all. Someone might think, okay, maybe it's a startup. They want privacy.
You could argue that, I suppose.
But that argument kind of falls apart when you look at the third-party checks. We looked at scam checking sites, and get this. Fluidthread.com has a trust score of about 25 out of 100.
Oof. 25. That's really low.
It's firmly in the potentially unsafe category. Not just new and unknown, but actively flagged.
And it's important to understand why it gets that score. It's not just random. That low number, that 25, it directly links back to the lack of business transparency.
Meaning
when you look for the basics like a verifiable physical address, a working phone number you can actually call, any kind of traceable history, it's just not there.
it's absent.
Completely absent. They seem to be actively, hiding who they are and where they operate from.
Okay, and then there's the social proof aspect.
Yeah.
Or rather, the lack of it. You'd expect some customer feedback, right? Reviews, comments, something.
Especially for luxury goods. People love showing off that stuff or complaining if it's fake.
Exactly. But we found basically zero verifiable proof. No real customer reviews, no evidence anyone actually received a product they were happy with, nothing about refunds.
Just crickets.
Total silence.
Yeah.
How does a site supposedly doing this volume maintain a perfectly blank slate online?
Well, that lack of proof is kind of the proof, isn't it? It suggests a pattern we see with less than reputable operations.
What pattern is that?
They scrape high-quality product images from legitimate sites, makes them look instantly stocked and professional. Then they operate under one domain name for a bit.
Until maybe bad reviews start trickling onto external sites?
Precisely. And then they just shut it down, pop up under a new, fresh domain name, and repeat the cycle. Keeps them ahead of negative search results.
And the product photos themselves?
They look pretty generic, actually, like the kind of stock luxury images you see reused on multiple different questionable sites, not unique photos of their inventory.
Right, not original photography.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing people might see and feel reassured by is the little padlock icon in their browser. The site uses HTTPS. That means it's secure.
Right. Yes. The HTTPS question. It's a really important point for you to understand about online safety.
Go on.
Using HTTPS, having that padlock, it only means the connection between your browser and their server is encrypted. So if you type in a password or a credit card number, it's scrambled as it travels.
Okay, so data transmission is secure.
Yes. It's a basic necessary security measure these days. But, and this is the crucial part, it tells you absolutely nothing about whether the business itself is legitimate or trustworthy.
So a scam site can easily have HTTPS.
Oh, absolutely. Getting an SSL certificate for HTTPS is cheap, it's easy, and almost every scam site does it now precisely because it makes people feel safe. It's become a kind of security confidence trick.
Wow. Okay, so let's pull this all together. We've got a brand new domain registered anonymously.
Sure.
A really bad trust score, like 25 out of 100, because all the business details are hidden.
Check.
Generic product photos and absolutely zero verifiable customer feedback or proof of fulfillment.
Check again.
The overwhelming conclusion seems to be that fluidthread.com is, at best, highly unreliable and, more likely, well, potentially a scam.
That's where the evidence points, yeah. So the practical advice for you, the listener, is pretty clear. If those discounts are just so tempting, you're still thinking about it,
Which, some might be.
then you absolutely must protect yourself.
Yeah.
Don't just click and hope. Use a payment method with strong, ironclad buyer protection,
Like what?
like a credit card, specifically one known for good chargeback support, or maybe a platform like PayPal, which has its own dispute resolution. Definitely do not use a direct bank transfer, debit card, or, cryptocurrency. You'll have almost no recourse then.
Right. Non-reversible payments are a no-go. So the big lesson here seems to be always look past the shiny surface. That clean website, those amazing discounts, they're designed to lure you in. You need to prioritize the boring stuff. Transparency, verifiable data, check the domain age, look for real contact info, see what third-party review sites say.
That's the key. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Think about how easy and cheap it is nowadays to create a website that looks incredibly professional and high-end.
Yeah, template sites are everywhere.
Right. So, given that ease of creating a slick facade, how much weight should you really give to just the website's appearance alone? Especially if you can't verify anything solid about the company behind it.
Good question.
The truly reliable indicators of safety are often the, let's be honest, boring background details, the registration data, the address verification, the company history. That's what you should be actively looking for next time an online deal seems almost too good to be true.